What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be getting some tires mounted on the new wheels for the 720. So we're actually going to go pick up the wheels right now. They should be all nice and polished and ready to go, and then we're also going to go to the tire shop where we have tires waiting for us, so we can mount those and get those on here, and we're going to try to get this thing lowered, get the new wheels on there for this Saturday. As most of you guys know, this is now my dad's truck. So he's stoked to finally get something to play with. After I sold him this truck, we got a new bumper for the front of it. Gotta get wheels lowered a little bit more, and then gotta get some more work done on this before this Saturday. So we're kind of rushing for Mini Queen's trunk or treat. So here I got the tires. As most of you guys know, I run 195/50 R15s on 15x10s. So that's what this truck is getting. It's 15x10. So now I'm just waiting for them to finish up so I can get these tires mounted. They got the tires all mounted up. Sadly, the bead is a little messed up on this one, so it's leaking. So we put some bead sealer in there, and we're just waiting for it to dry. I don't think it's gonna work, but if it does, then that's good. But we already got some new tires. We're just kind of waiting on this, so we threw these used ones on there that we had laying around. But now we got to lower the truck, throw these on, at least for the weekend. Now I did just get done lowering it. I still got to adjust the front a little bit, but I can't adjust it until I get the new wheels on there. So here they are. They are 15x10 in a 6-lug pattern for obviously Nissan's the 6x139.7. I recently just got them polished. I actually got them back, I want to say 2 days ago. And then as soon as I picked them up from getting them polished, I went and got some rubber mounted onto them. So I'm running 195/50/15 tires, which is what gives me this stretched look that you see right here. Now, in the past, I have gotten questions asked as if I've, ever debeaded or had any issues like that. And to be quite honest, I've never once debeaded. I hope it doesn't happen now that I said this, but I've never once debeaded on a 15x10 with a 195/50 tire. And I don't run crazy high pressures to keep the bead seated. I just run about 40 to 45, which is, yes, it's kind of a lot, but at the same time, it's not that much. And I've never really had any issues, and I've hauled, some decently heavy loads on stretch tires, never had any issues. And I have noticed of some horror stories of people debeading, but it also depends on the tire shop that you take it to, because when you run a crazy stretch like this, you need to make sure that the bead is actually seated properly, and it doesn't look like it is, but it's actually not, which is where I've seen a lot of these go bad. Is it looks like it's seated, but it's actually not seated on the bead. So you hit one pothole or one bump, and you'll just rip the bead right off of the rim and obviously ruin your wheel. Enough talking now, let's jack this thing up and throw these wheels on. So here are the wheels. We're running a little late to a show that we're going to go to today. So I'll show you guys a little bit more when we get there, but I think polished up pretty nice. Sorry if there's any wind noise, just got out of work, so want to quickly do a walk around of the truck, that way you guys can see. It's also getting a little later on in the day, especially with the new time change. It makes it kind of hard to record videos for you guys since it gets dark pretty quick. But yeah, here she is. So they are, like I said, centerline 15x10s with a 195/50/15. The truck is got 4-inch lowering blocks on the rear. I do have a video on lowering this truck on the channel. If you guys want to check that out, it'll be on this channel. And the front is just torsion bars, so no drop spindles, none of that. And the thing with running wide wheels like this is you absolutely need to run bump stops. There's pretty much no way to get around it, because the way they poke out If you had no bump stops, and with a truck being this low, every bump you would hit the bed, and you would chew up your tire and chew up your bed. The bed would bend, get all ugly. You would fold your fenders in half. So that's kind of the style that we like here in SoCal. So we like the wheels to poke out. I like wheels that poke out. I like wheels that sit in. I like all 720s. I like all mini trucks. But for this style, you do need to run bump stops. However, when you have 4-inch blocks and you have your torsion bars turned down this much, you need to cut your bump stops because of the way they are, they're like this big. And with 4-inch blocks and the bump stop being about that big, it would hold the truck up and it would completely sit on it. So right now it has a little bit of travel, but when you do hit a hard bump, it bottoms out. So the ride obviously is not perfect. The way to make this thing ride like a dream would be to possibly bag it and keep the bump stops, and then whenever you drive around, air it up and drive super high. But I hate that completely. I hate seeing trucks that drive super high. I like driving low even if the ride is harsh. Once again, I'm young, so this doesn't really mind. Maybe once I'm older, then maybe I'll want to raise it up. But also another thing is, this is my dad's truck now, so I don't really drive it anymore. It's more of his truck. I sold it to him, so now my dad drives this, and he's about 45. And I've asked him if he wants me to raise it up, if he wants to bag it. That way he can drive it, like stock height. And then he says no. He says leave it like this. He likes it like this because it reminds him of when he was a teenager. It's not his daily driver, so he's not really concerned on the ride. He likes the way it looks while driving super low, and with how stiff it is sitting on bump stops, he doesn't mind it at all. So if he ever wants me to bag it for him or raise it up, we could always do that. But right now he's enjoying it the way it is, and he has a blast. And every time he drives it, there's a smile on his face. So we're not gonna change it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video of throwing the wheels on the 720. This truck is staying fairly stock since it's super clean and original. For those of you who don't know, I bought this truck up in Bakersfield with, I believe, 127,000 miles, all original. It's fully loaded, power windows. It's obviously the ST model, but this one actually does have power windows, so it's fully loaded. It's a 5-speed Z24 motor, so it's super clean. So that's why I didn't want to get too crazy with it and do a bunch of stuff to it. And my dad wanted something to drive, so I passed it on to him, and now he's going to keep it fairly stock. We're possibly going to do a little sound system, maybe clean up a few odds and ends, and just cruise it and enjoy it. Now as for that truck, which is mine, that thing is getting fully redone. I'm going to tear it down to the frame and just completely rebuild it from the ground up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it kind of useful, I guess. It's more of just showing you guys me working on the truck, not really showing you any details or information. If you guys are interested in the white truck in the background, we will be doing a full series on that. I also have this hard body back here, which is the drift truck. So if you guys are interested in any of those, I would recommend going by the channel and seeing if you like any of the other content I got going on. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found it useful. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.